那接下来的丹尼斯会讲抬杠猎鹰，你说赢了，请准备抬杠猎鹰，抬杠猎鹰，抬杠猎鹰，000，台南我准备好了吗？今天晚上我们迎接第一场胜利，一起加油！
好，
台南时间6:41分，台钢猎鹰的应援团们，你准备好收下胜利了吗？如果你准备好，发出一点声音吧！1、2、3。你的声音可以2倍吗？1、2、3。你的声音可以3倍吗？1、2、3。今天晚上，台南史上第一场职业赛事的冠军赛，这场比赛我们台南赢定了！接下来呢 ，James 跟 DJ Swallow 准备带大家来好好学一下音源舞2.0版的教学。那请各位鼓手们，待会把这个节奏也要抓起来，因为待会我们会东南西北一致来为台钢猎鹰好好的加油。这时候欢迎全台湾最 sweet 的 Wings Girl 教你音源舞2.0版。一开始呢，我们准备一些口诀，先教你的，拍手8下之后呢，台钢猎鹰4次，然后大声喊 Let's go 猎鹰 DJ Swallow drop the beat。台钢猎鹰，台钢猎鹰，台钢猎鹰。我们再一次。拍手，拍手。给自己热情的掌声。当然了，在季后赛呢，要赢冠军赛，防守最重要。所以当小蜜蜂队进攻的时候，我们要一起喊 defense， 节奏长这样子 ，drop the beat。defense，defense，defense，defense，defense，defense，大声一点 defense。太棒了！当台钢猎鹰呢在进攻的时候呢，我们也会拿起你手。Let's go 猎鹰，拍手，拍手 ，Let's go 猎鹰，掌声加尖叫！在我们台湾人团结一致。除此之外呢，有一个防守是没有球员可以守的，只有你的声音可以守，就是当小蜜蜂队在罚球的时候。假如我们幻想一下阿巴西在罚球，请启动台南声音。2倍以上啊！假如曾文你在罚球，请启动。赞哦，就是这样子。当然，当台钢猎鹰在罚球的时候，我们就安静、品质、静悄悄。台南 T1 第一场主场赛事正式开始 ，Drop the beat。 夜猫 DJ Dennis， 欢迎来到台南第一场 T1 Final。这是台南史上第一场主场，我们一起见证历史，每一位都会写在历史课本下，所以每位在出现在历史、见证历史，每位台南的应援团，听听你的尖叫声。 人家说冠军赛赢下来，第一件事情就是要很好的防守。蛮确定我们球员会走下每一球，但是你的声音会封住篮筐的每个角度。今天我们一场一场来，把这份荣耀留在台南，慢慢的走向冠军金杯。今天台南主场，我们一起拿下来，好不好？ 接下来，丹尼斯大声喊：“抬杠猎鹰，你说赢了！抬杠猎鹰，抬杠猎鹰，抬杠猎鹰，猎鹰！”给自己热情的掌声，还有尖叫声！今天晚上的最后赢家。 就是你帮助台湾猎鹰为着台南荣耀、台南的 pride、台南的旋风、台南热情拿下这场重要的胜利。你准备好了吗？你准备好了吗？今天让小蜜蜂队哭着回家好不好？在我们开场前呢，让 Dennis 花点时间介绍几位重量级贵宾。 这9张贵宾用心的经营球队，而且帮助台南抬杠猎鹰用心的茁壮。今天我们这么好的成绩，打进冠军赛，拥有一支很骄傲的球队。让 Dennis 欢迎这几位重量级贵宾。Before start, allow Dennis to recognize our VIPs。台湾运彩 T1 联盟会长钱维娟，钱姐。 台湾运彩 T1 联盟副会长刘义成，台湾运彩股份有限公司副总经理蔡明哲，台湾运彩 T1 联盟秘书长张树仁，台湾运彩 T1 联盟金钟奖得主，史上最美丽主播，策略行销长。 蔡尚华，蔡主播6对你可爱，但是丹尼斯蛮确定你最爱就是抬杠猎鹰。谢谢你为我们加油，有你加持，还有现场的尖叫声，我们会拿下胜利。桌球王子江宏杰同学。 台钢猎鹰篮球队董事长王炯芬董事长，
对啊。
佑东建设董事长张福林董事长，台钢猎鹰领队也是台南市立员李宗翰，掌声给周家伟议员、陈黄宇议员
的票证。
著名 Podcast 法律白话文杨贵志律师、江浩友律师，还有台钢集团公司的长官们都现场力挺的，谢谢每一位，谢谢。还有音乐团们，谢谢你，谢谢。最后欢迎这位是季后赛我们的赞助伙伴，全台湾史上最好吃的8818披萨屋主理人。 阿泽，谢谢。Ladies and gentlemen, for the opening show， 欢迎全世界最 sweet 的 Wings Girl for the opening showtime。
내 무대 위에 난 좀 탐내도 돼 거친 사막에도 꽃은 피울 테니까 여기 봐 고개 들어 옳지 않겠죠 세상이 널 시험할 때 say F you That way, that way, that way 여기 장난해도 몰아줄 테니까 Broke my heart, left a scar 난 기다렸어 every day 아파도 괜찮아 바로 봐 this is me 누군가를 밟고 올라서 높은 곳을 실어나 Now welcome to my world and my show Come on now and watch me sway When I do it my way My way Come on now and watch me sway When I do it my way Pulling the strings of my heart. How did you make it this far? Ducking and dodging security measures I put up to make catching feelings hard. I just wanna know how you could warm my heart that's so cold. Losing my control. You got me close to letting you closer. But I know how these things work out. Fun to believe, but they always leave. Yeah. Filling up, I think I'm in trouble. Bet that you let me down by double. Off with your head, stop thinking they'll love you. Wonder if we had a chance, maybe back in Wonderland. You in my head and my heart off balance. You gave me thoughts of a prince and palace. Now you to eat a boarding Alice. Wonder if we had a chance, maybe back in Wonderland. Wonder if we had a chance, maybe back in Wonderland.
Ladies and gentlemen, Wings Girls， 在你全场演出完之后，相信我们准备好全力应援了。一开始，让我们来欢迎我们可敬的对手——新北中信特工 （A.K.A. 小蜜蜂队）。Drop the beat。
經過猛過擺上過幾個啊，我
2號劉仁豪，3號林炳勝，6號李學林，7號魏家豪，12號譚杰龍，30號劉偉成，55號金恩，76號曾文鼎。小蜜蜂队先发5人，0号阿巴西，10号谢雅轩，1号艾德，9号克里斯，16号林伟汉，领队杨淑慧，总经理刘志威，总教练李义华，助理教练莫米尔。球员发展教练徐时清，体能教练穆建宏，防副主任暨球队管理邱鼎俊。期待已久、任性太久的男人们 ，Are you ready for the home team？ 准备好欢迎你的主场球队了吗？在出场前，将你的目光看着大荧幕 ，Look at the jumbotron， 台钢猎鹰冠军形象影片，请看。
又撞进来了，好接入，好的假动作，胡海翔，林伟儒今天在外围切入了，都有不错的发挥。这是胡海翔，哇！德古拉的扣篮，好这边给球到了禁区里面，无奈好晃进了别阿修罗救命啊！
首先进场的是我们的 Wingshot 少少。Ladies and gentlemen, your TSG Ghosthawks 台南主场 Number 3, The Guard， 音速小子，年度最佳第2人，顾茂伟嘉。Number 9, The Guard， 无敌风火轮，吴彦伦。Number 18, Center， 台港复兴，吴宏信。Number 21, Forward， 真正的樱木花道，吕冠廷。Number 23, Forward， 台港哲学家陈金环。Number 29, Forward， 沉默杀手大头韩杰宇。Number 50, Forward， 天气先生 Mr. Marcus Weathers。Number 54, Center， 猎鹰队长吴代豪。Now for the starting lineup， 先发5人名单 ，Number 35, Forward， 巨神兵，你永远爬不过的拉拉山，谢波拉。Number 4, The Guard， 真男人李汉生。Number 55, Center， 台港气氛大师 ，Show me the money， Robert Upshur。Number 12, Forward， 赤群镖客胡凯翔。Number 2, The God， 伟如 Baby， 钱伟如。董事张博胜，总经理钱伟成，总教练刘梦竹，助理教练马一航，球队总监吴志伟，请双方球员握手致意 ，Please shake hand。当然，今天的台港猎鹰的球员们，为了谢谢大家来，准备了海报要送给大家。你尖叫声越大，海报就会丢向你了。Now we're going to introduce the game official。为你介绍今天的裁判老师，主裁判于龙老师。第一检察员左侧陈伟松老师，第二检察员右侧陈建林老师。掌声谢谢我们的裁判老师，也欢迎3位来到台南主场。接下来我们要颁发一个最重要的奖项，就是4月份的年度第4月份的最佳外援奖。我们来欢迎颁奖人 T1 的会长钱姐 ，presenting the most valuable import player (MVI)，which is the best non-Taiwanese player for April 2023. The winner goes to Mr. Robert Upshur. Congratulations, you are the best non-Taiwanese player in the April. And shall we take a picture together? 我们给阿修罗尖叫声！谢谢钱姐 ，Congratulations, Robert. Keep up the good job and the good work. And tonight we are together to win the game.
It's truth or dare, can you feel it?
Greetings from South City, wherever you are, however you're streaming, you're watching the T1 Finals. It's Game 3, New Taipei, CTBC, DEA make the trek to Tainan, TSG, Ghosthawks nest. DEA still keeping their homestand winning streak going last Monday. Back at home with their fans on their side, Ghosthawks are looking to get DEA's playoff winning streak to a screeching halt. My name is Taylor Chen, your play-by-play, and of course here with me is Scotty D. Scotty, do you have any words for this game?
Here we go, Game 3, and TC, I got a feeling that tonight is going to be a good night. Tonight's going to be a good night.
Mazel tov.
I mean, every day the Ghosthawks is shuffling their lineups. They got different import looks for every game so far. And we've had the Sim and Sam game, that was Game 2, it didn't work out. Now we've got the Sim and Robert Upshot game. Tough to keep Sam DeGara on the bench when he's shooting plus 70% from the floor in the playoffs. Anyways, anyone's game tonight down in Tainan. I think I give Tainan the slight edge being in their hometown today.
For those who did not catch the previous game, Upshaw was absent due to some form of illness. He didn't specify, but today, like Scott mentioned, we got a different lineup with Upshaw, Sim Bular, as well as Marcus Weathers. So Ghosthawks, they actually were able to take the lead on the pace, and DEA ended up reacting to the game pretty much the whole entire game except for the last quarter. Their Ghosthawks shooting percentages kind of took a dip in the last quarter, and Kiki and Nick King definitely contributed into the win to take 2 wins in a row for the playoffs. And speaking of Kiki, Krish Krajina having a standout playoff season.
Chris Krajina has been killing it in the playoffs, and he's putting up more numbers, more minutes, and his percentages are through the roof.
His three-point percentage, even though he doesn't shoot the most, he doesn't make the most attempts amongst the import players, he's at a 47 three-point percentage, so pretty impressive stuff. He's very selective, typically shooting from the top or around the wing of the key.
These European guys can all shoot the three, and when you dare them to shoot the three, you don't close out on them, they're going to knock them down at a high clip.
Going to be talking to Chris before the game, just seeing how what's his mental state for the playoffs. We're going to check in on him in a little bit, but he's definitely been the X factor for the DEA. But, you know, we got a couple of things to bring up with the Ghosthawks, some key moments specifically. Robert Upshaw in Game 1, he went 6 for 9 in terms of three-point attempts, getting 28 points, 11 rebounds. Earlier on the screen, he was awarded Import of April. So his average last April was 28 points, as I just mentioned. And Game 3, Guma Weijia, he scored 100% in terms of field goals, so impressive stuff. That's our 6th man of the year, and we have Alex coming in clutch for Game 5. He came off the bench, put in 9 points when the Ghosthawks were 8 points behind from the Kaohsiung Aquas. So we're looking at finals Game 3. Let's see who's going to be the clutch moment in tonight's game. We see on the screen again, Alex coming in, being quite effective in those moments.
We take a look at Upshaw here, ready to play. I've been watching him warm up now. Here we go, he's raising the roof already. Look for a big game from Robert Upshaw, having to sit down and watch Game 2 with whatever illness he had. He's had a full week to watch tape and get ready to see how to beat these guys, the DEA.
So here we are, we're gonna see Chris talking about his preparation for the playoff.
Well, my role for the team in the finals doesn't change. Is the same as it's been throughout the whole season. Me making shots in the tough moments is just a matter of me being open in the spots that I'm very effective at. But throughout the first and the second game, everybody had very important moments, like, you know, Wei Han. Every time we need a 3, every time we need something, a bucket, he finds an assist, makes a tough 3. Everybody down the line, you know, Bashi hits a tough 3 or gets offensive rebound. Eddie runs a fast break, gets like 3 fast breaks in a row. Nick finds a bucket every time we need it, you know. So everybody, the whole team had tough moments and tough plays throughout the first 2 games. I was just, you know, lucky enough that towards the end of the game, I'm open in the spots that I'm very effective at, and I managed to finish it. Well, the first 2 games they played with Weathers, which is they're a lot faster when he plays. They're smaller, so he can play the 3. When he plays the 4, it's like a guard playing the 4. So they're a lot faster in offense than when they play with 2 big guys. So I think that's and they're playing again today with him in the lineup. So I think they're going with that, trying to speed us up in transition. And we, on the other end, we're just trying to stop them, get back faster from offense to defense, get a better defense in transition. And shots not making from outside, they're going to fall. We just got to keep shooting them with confidence.
Chris Krajina just exudes confidence when he talks. Shoulders back, Chris Krajina ready to play. He touched on Marcus Weathers, who's seen all of his action so far in the playoffs.
我觉得前2场输球，虽然输球，可是对我们团队其实没有说就是有什么失落或难过情绪，因为我觉得我们这2场冠军赛其实展现出来的跟我们可能以往对特攻就是有比较大的不同，就是我们可以就是很好的回应他们，只是可能还是有一些小细节，可能在第4节或者是下半场我们做的没有很好。那我们就是这周练球也是针对防守策略有一些修正。我在场下就是会随时观察场上的情势，然后就是在板凳上也做好准备，然后就是等到可能教练觉得需要我就是换我上场的时候，我就希望可以马上为球队做出贡献这样。
So that was Alex on the chair talking about their preparations for this upcoming game. So far the coach and the team have been pretty happy about them reacting well and playing to the pace of their own drum. But it all comes down to small details, following through, and especially getting those shots in. And, we could definitely talk about that. The last game on Monday, their 3-point percentage was pretty low, 18% versus the DEA. They went 33 percentile. So that's going to be something that the Ghosthawks will have to keep in mind too. Again, the local players will have to come out swinging. They'll need to contribute in today's game. Again, DEA's local points per game is 60 points as opposed to Ghosthawks is 45 in the playoffs.
There's that Ghosthawks sign. There is something written on it. I thought this guy just brought a Christmas sign to the game. There we go.
We are sitting on the complete opposite end, so we just see Christmas lights. We don't really see the lettering.
Love the homemade signs. Well done, Tainan.
This is probably one of the smaller stadiums amongst the 6 teams, but the Ghosthawks fans are really loud and they're really into the games.
Love it. Got a full house in here. If you got a stadium, if you can't fill it, get a smaller stadium so you can fill it. I like this stadium down here. Tainan Pharmaceutical College.
There you go. Way to go.
Okay.
So talking about KK earlier before, he's only played 3 games up against the Ghosthawks, and this is his first time actually playing at Tainan Pharmacy Stadium tonight.
We got to take a look at the DEA faithful that's made the trip down here to Tainan. Take a look at the starting lineup here.
Starting lineup, we got Lin Wei-Han, Eric, Xie Yashuan, Bashir, KK, as well as Jalonis. For the Ghosthawks, we have Eason, Jenwei Lewis, Hu Kai-xiang, Simon, Upshot, and Sim Bular.
No secret with this lineup. Look for the Ghosthawks to pound it into the post. Look for Sim Bular to get fouled. Now, he was okay from the foul line last game. He went 63%, which is slightly above his season average. If he can keep it up at that clip, they won't be able to foul him as often as they want to.
That's right. He's, like we mentioned before, his average free throw percentage is 51%.
Gonna re-jump it. Violation on Robert Upshaw on the jump, cross the line. They're gonna award the ball to the DEA here. Gotta jump straight up. Can't jump across the line.
Got a little corner of DEA fans as we start off the game. KK at the top, hands it off to Xie Yashuan, pops it to Wei-Han, and there's Edgar Jalonis going in for 2 on the inside, but Eason brings the ball back to Ghosthawks side. Slowing it down for Upshaw. Hopefully Upshaw is well rested for tonight's game. And Eason passes it to Lewis from the top, goes in for three, a little bit too off Bashir with airtime, gets the ball back. Passes it to Chris Krajina. Krajina for three, and it's good.
Standstill threes, got to put a hand up on this guy. Shooting over 40% in the playoffs, very effective.
If he's not going to be guarded, you bet that he is going to make that shot. Like we mentioned before, 47% three-point percentile. Up shot on the inside, guarded by Jalonis. Pops it back out to the perimeter. Eason from the left goes in for three himself.
Butter from Eason on that three, all net.
DEA quickly going back to offense. Way hand to Krajina. Bashir from the top, he answers back with another three. We got back-to-back three-pointers here. Coming in hot.
Both teams starting off hot.
Eason at the top, directing traffic. Hands it off to Jalen at the top. Bounce to the paint, finds Sim Bular, and Bular's gonna get a foul drawn on Jalonis.
Sending Sim Buhar for his first trip up to the foul line today, and it won't be his last. Oh, no, they're gonna work the sideline out of bounds here.
All right, shot clock reset to 14 seconds. Bular out to Eason. Once again, Bular with handling the ball all the way to Simon. Simon thinking about going in for the shot, but Bashir steals the ball to Krajina. Way hot, goes into the paint. No look pass out to Krajina. Krajina tries to save it, blocked by Upshaw. And Lewis quickly passes it out to Eason. And once to Simon. Simon going in from the wing, just off Krajina, gets the ball back. Got all of the Ghosthawks back in defense. And Jalonis up against Sim Bular, hands it off to Eric. Behind the back to Jalonis. Jalonis up at the top to Weihan. Weihan to Eric. Too fast for Eason, goes in for another three.
Lots of threes so far. We haven't had a two-point field goal yet.
Everybody wants a piece of that pie. 9-3 is the score right now. Eason to Simon. Simon does spin move. Fakes Al-Bashir for two.
There's our first two.
Quickly back to offense once again. Jalonis handles the ball to Weihan. High screen by KK. Knocks over Eason. Charging.
Chris Krajina, a little bit too much contact at the top of the key there. Trying to plead the space. Let's take a look. First bump, and then the second. Oh, whoa.
You go up against 6'10". Listen, he's no Sim Bular, but that's a brick wall still.
Eason knew what he was doing there, drawing that foul.
Start off again. It's Ghosthawks possession. Simon out to Lewis. Once again to Eason. Up shot out of the perimeter. Finds Bular, double teamed by Eric and KK. Will have a chance for free throw shots.
That's the number one look they like there. Robert Upshot to Sim Buhar. Big to big, keep the ball up high.
First one, too much oomph into that. Played in the Plus League Finals last season against the Fubon Braves, which Lewis was on that team last season.
Oh.
They're gonna grant another shot.
Now in FIBA rules, he is allowed to touch it if it's in the cylinder. Let's see what they call here.
9-6, we got some subs in, including Senwanding Ating coming in for Krajina.
Our first look at Ading, who's having a very efficient playoffs. seeing more minutes than he's seen all regular season.
Punched in 35 minutes the last game, and he is now on the roster for the national team. So he is one of the huge veteran players that it will be coming in to the team. Some of them also including Al-Bashir for 3. We got Wei Han and Xie Yashin Eric also on the national team. The passes to Sim Bular, and Sim Bular will get an and one.
Sim catches the ball where he likes it here, close to the hoop. Lots of contact, able to finish through it. Let's take a look at that. So when the ball comes off, and he, I don't know what the FIBA rule is on that. In regular play, you are allowed to jump up and take it out of the cylinder. Possibly in a free throw, you can't touch it.
I guess not.
Some research I'll have to do on my own
I'll have to do some homework. A lot of Google translating for you.
Go.
Just off. A couple of other players on the national team lineup. We got Rubio.
There's the garbage track. Why are they playing the garbage music?
I'm not really sure. You think it'd be for the opposing team, and Shalonis goes in for the kill for 3.
Shalonis says it is time to take the garbage out with 3 in your face.
He used the garbage truck music in his favor, for real. As Issa quickly goes into the paint, then pops back out to Simon.
Poor Beethoven with the garbage truck music. Sorry, Beethoven.
Listen, he's dead. He doesn't know. Eason for 3, just too much to the left. Quickly, ball gets bounced back to us, to the Chinese broadcasters. Quickly, too quick of a transition there.
Passed out by Scotty D to the referee there.
There you go.
There's the garbage truck music. What's going on? TC, can you translate that for us? Why are they playing the garbage truck music?
I didn't hear what the MC said. He was going between Chinese and English pre-game, so I was a bit confused. You mix those two together, and
maybe there is the garbage truck outside.
I get all scuffled and kerfuffle. But Wei Han, here we go, is at the free throw line, gets in his first shot. Played 33 minutes, scored 14 points, and got 11 assists. Another double-double night. Punched in 11 points in the third quarter. Sat out most of the last quarter because he was getting into foul trouble at 5.
You see Wei Han directing traffic here, trying to set up something from the out of bounds.
Nelson, number 3 in the game now. .14-8 score. Wei Han to Bashir. And Bashir loses the ball out of bounds. Ghosthawks possession.
Bashir got stripped there coming around the screen. A lot of contact, no call, T1 league.
Talked to Bashir before the game, and I asked him, does it matter if they win here at Ghosthawks, or do they want to win it at their Xinjiang Stadium? Eason loses handle of the ball, passes it to Sim Bular at the halfway point. Now to Alex, and with 9 seconds left, upshot out to Baby, which is what his Chinese nickname is. Once again, Lewis from 3 goes in for another one in the net.
Nice shot from Lewis.
Quick transition back to DEA's ball. Shalonis hands it off to Wei Han. And Nelson going in for 3 points as well, and it's good.
Hit that one from deep, Nelson.
Hands are hot tonight. It is raining 3-pointers today. Eason up against last season's Defensive Player of the Year. Upshot for 3 also, and it's good!
From Fresno, Robert Upshaw III has his own piece of the 3-party.
Oh my goodness, it's a Friday night, but the banks are still open. Everyone's cashing in their 3 points. As Wei Han goes in for 3, and it's another one!
Butter. Wei Han shooting 38% in the playoffs, blazing hot.
Alex coming in. And Eason with the ball once again to Lewis. And Upshot Pump fakes at the top, passes it out to Eason. Eason from the sideline, no good. Timbuar manages to get the rebound, but Edgar Shalonis gets the ball back. He's gonna find Al-Bashir or his teammates, but draws a foul on Lewis.
Timbuar made the mistake there of putting the ball on the floor. Should have kept the ball above his head, turned and scored.
Eason coming out and Guma Weijia coming in at the 6-minute mark.
Gumao, hearing it from the local fans. Fan favorite Gumao.
We start off once again. Weihan to Nick King. Coming in the first time in today's game. Weihan in the paint, gets an and one.
Nice take in the cut on the paint over top of the big guy from Weihan. Got to go way up to get over top of Sim on that one.
TV timeout right now. There's 5 minutes, 53 seconds left. Score is 20-14. Stay tuned for this 3-point competition. We'll be right back.
Wings Girl 为我们带来音乐舞。Sexy, sweet, most wanted, the sweetest Wings Girls.
台上猎鹰，台上猎鹰，台上猎鹰，台上猎鹰 ，Let's go 猎鹰。
Thank you, Wings Girl.
Welcome back to T1 Finals. You're tuned in to another Weilai Pingdao broadcast. On the screen, we have David Chen, the GM for the Ghosthawks. Was quoted in October that with a reset to the team, he was hoping that the Ghosthawks will make it to the top 3 for playoffs. And look at them now, made it to the finals up against the DEA. Absolutely dominant this entire season.
We're gonna get our first look at Marcus Weathers here in game 3. The DEA shooting a blazing 86% from downtown right now. That number's gonna come down, I imagine.
Incredible stuff. Weihan punching in 8 points already. Guma at the paint, finds Simon. Completely free, excuse me, Alex. Smart passing, Weihan at the top. Hands it off to Ating. Bashir with 7 seconds left on the shot clock. Nick King up against Alex, goes in for a jumper, no good. Up shot, gets the ball back.
Good defense from the Ghosthawks, forcing Nick King into a tough step back. Up shot, showing us his handles.
Alex going in for 3 himself, punches it.
It is raining in Tainan. No, for real, it's raining.
It literally is.
It's raining for once. First time down here I've seen rain.
It's always been hot. It's now hot and rainy in Tainan City. Nick King going in for 2 points. Couldn't make the finish. Guma Weijia back on Ghosthawks side. Upshot up against the landlord.
Gonna shoot it.
And Weathers. Bounce pass to Upshot for a double-handed slammer.
Upshot.
There's the Upshot.
Laser focus from Robert Upshot III today to start this game.
What we've been wanting to see. We want to see to do the Upshot. And now it's the finals. I think it's just saving it for this occasion. 2-point difference, Weihan for another 3 points.
Oh. My goodness.
Ah, what a nasty ringless one.
We might see 90% three-point shooting percentage before this is done here.
Ahwan in the game. Back to Guma Weijia. Hands it off to Upshaw. Couldn't get a handle of the ball. Nick King bounce passes to Al-Bashir, and Al-Bashir lays it right in.
Beating the Ghosthawks down the floor. That's what DEA's got to do in this one. Weathers looks for a contact on the floor.
All good. Might have lost the contact.
Foul.
Tries to find Upshaw earlier.
Good pass there to Upshaw. Upshaw brings his knees right up, giving that net a proper workout. As Weathers gets his eyeballs back in here, should be ready to go.
Looks like he's still adjusting a little bit.
Time to think about rec specs, Weathers. Get the glasses, get the goggles.
I would go for goggles, honestly.
Yeah.
There's too many incidents this
Yeah,
season.
the Horace Grant look. Ain't nothing wrong with the rec specs.
No, not at all. If you embrace it, you can certainly rock it. Ghosthawks possession. After Nick King steals it and drops a dime for Al-Bashir. That's 3 steals for the DEA. Guma Weijia to Ahwan. Ahwan to Upshaw. Upshaw goes in for 2.
A lot of contact. He's going to get 2 free throws.
Nick King commits his first foul. Like we mentioned, good section of the DEA fans. Not completely full in that particular section, but they got a giant flag waving around.
Tainan traveled a bit better north than they've traveled south.
I would honestly say Ghosthawks have
some of the best fans.
Some of the best, I won't say the best, but the most well-traveled. That's what I will say.
Where's Marcus Weathers? He's back. He's got his eyeballs in. He's ready to play.
Upshot gets a break. Jalon is coming in for Ating. Or for Weihan. 28-23 is the score, 5-point difference. As Nelson up against Guma Weijia. Ating hands it off to Bashir. Bashir for another 3, fires it, but too short.
Finally missed a 3.
Bular fires it to Guma Weijia, and Ahwan. Ahwan quickly tosses it for an air ball.
Couple cups short that one.
Tim Bular and the rest of the Ghosthawks quickly going back into defense, but Nick King drives it into the paint, draws a foul. Foul called on Gumao. Nelson at the baseline with 16 seconds on the clock. Lobs it to Bashir, and Simbular taps it out. Bashir managed to recover it. With 8 seconds left to go, Al-Bashir up against Marcus Weathers. It goes in, slashes into the paint, turns around for 2. That rattles off of the rails. Guma Weijia going back, cutting into the lane, blocked by Nelson.
Blocked by everybody.
Blocked by everybody, by Ating and Nelson. Ball goes out of bounds, still Ghosthawks possession.
Well, Lin Weihan leading the way with 11 points for the DEA so far. Get our first look at Wesley here. Captain Wesley, one of the only guys who finishes, last game he finished +4 on the floor. The only Ghosthawk to finish in the plus.
Hey,
that's a
look
little
at
tidbit
that.
for you. Maybe Wesley's the key today.
We did put him in the first quarter. Bashir lobs it out to Jalones. And back to Bashir. Out to King. King at the top of the key. That goes high ricochet, but Jalones recovers it. Back to DEA.
Can't give them second opportunities.
And Nick King goes in for 2. Draws a foul on Wesley.
Ran into the sim wall there.
Wesley and Sim previously were previous teammates in the Plus League's Shinju Jeikou Lioneers. King knocks in his first free throw. Had quite a few Lioneers players at the previous game. We even have Coach Greg Gwenlund here at the game tonight. We start up again, 2 minutes left in this quarter. Out for three, hashes in for an air ball, and Alex recovers it with two.
Right place, right time bucket for Alex.
This is his first time in the playoffs as well. And Nick King goes in for three.
Good looking shot from the baseline for Nick King.
Full court press on Ghosthawks. Weathers brings the ball back. Still at the top. He's gonna go in for a spin. Ball goes right off. King quickly going back. Tosses it to Atting, and Edgar Shalonis comes in for two. Kumaweja to Weathers. Weathers nearly loses it. The ball gets lobbed around. Ghosthawks still able to recover. Sim Bular up against Atting for two, and it rattles in. Overlook pass out to Jalonis, and it's blocked by Sim Bular, but Nick King recovers for two.
Poor Sim hustled so hard down the floor to get that block, and they get the...
That is amazing effort on Bular.
Amazing effort from Bular. I've never seen him move so fast.
Major credit to Bular.
Made the bucket on one end and got down and made the block.
Yes, sir. And Kumaweja goes in for three at the top. No good. Wow. Coast to coast pass to Nelson for two.
Nice baseball pass from Ading. Nelson, big cherry picky there. Nelson, nice bucket.
Like we mentioned before, Atting now in the national team, could be playing for the could be playing in the William Jones Cup coming up in August.
Now, I thought Atting was a staple on the national team every single year since I've been here. Is that not right?
He wasn't in the national team last year, as Kumaweja goes in for two to conclude the first quarter.
Lots of offense.
Crazy offense, 3 points. Amazing stuff. It is raining 3 points, literally and figuratively in Taiwan. 38-29 is.
I've been waiting patiently like all my life. Yeah, nobody ever seems to get it right. It's like I'm the only one who knows just what I like. What can I say? I just can't help it. Tonight I'm feeling selfish. Be my own celebration, yeah. Stop your stimulation, yeah. Use my imagination. I don't need to love, I've been spending time on everybody else. It's time I did for me. Sweet love, oh baby. Never can my magic come to myself. So now I'm gonna give it to me. I'm gonna set it down. I'm gonna show me some sweet love. I'm gonna give it to me. Give me some of that sweet love. Yeah, I'm gonna give it to me. Give me some of that sweet love. Yeah, I'm gonna give it to me. Give me some of that sweet love. I'm gonna show me some.
Ladies and gentlemen, Wings Girls. 台南因为刚刚我们第一节做得很棒，我们越做越棒。台南人是永不放弃的，谁给自己尖叫声？这场我们守下来！Good job, everybody！
I've
与他们敬礼的加油棒位，场上的台湾猎鹰主持人加油！
Welcome back to another Weilai Pingdao broadcast of the T1 Finals. We're about to kick off the second quarter.
Plays in first quarter. Saw the DEA go 80% from beyond the three-point arc. Look for that number to come down. They can't keep that pace up.
Everyone that was on the court made at least one three-point shot, except for Ating, but he did contribute quite a bit, getting in 3 assists as we kick it off. Buma Weijia starting the second quarter. That's going to be DEA's possession.
Offensive foul on Wesley coming around that screen.
Wesley is not on the court. It's going to be on Upshaw.
Oops. Foul on Upshaw on the screen.
Giving Weihan a rest. Bing Sung or Nelson is on. And Jalonis gives it to Bing Sun. Bing Sun for 3. Just off. Jalonis tries to get the rebound, but Upshaw manages to snag it. Bular quickly rushing back to offense, ready for a pass, but Upshaw from the top goes in for 3. No good. King gets it back, finds Nelson. Nelson driving into the paint. Ball rattles out. And just like that, Ghosthawks back in offense. Simbular ready to take 2 points, and 2 points he takes.
Looking for another foul. Always contact the Sim. Gotta play through it, big man.
Another assist for Buma Weijia. Nick King goes in for the kill for another 3. Just off, and once again, Bular hands it off to Buma. This time, Upshaw making it to the offensive side. Now in the paint, lobs it. But double teamed by King and Jalonis. There's 8 seconds left on the clock. Quickly passes it to Lewis. Lewis loses the ball. Nelson passes it on to Al-Bashir. Gadiaga goes in!
Hammer time. Too fast.
40-31 is the score. Already 5 turnovers on the Ghosthawks side.
Upshaw.
And Upshaw goes in for another 3 from Fresno.
Stretch big man. He'll knock that one down consistently.
As Nick King goes up against Gumao. Gumao slashes into the paint, blocked by Upshaw. Now Buma Weijia quickly going back into offense. Lobs it over to Lewis, and Lewis thought about going for 3. And now Buma Weijia with the ball back with 15 seconds, and Upshaw, he's at the right side. He's blocked by Ating, and Simbula quickly gets it to Alex. And Alex goes on the inside, once again loses the ball, goes out of bounds. King wants a review. Let's take a look at the screen right now.
Looked like it went off Alex. You can take a look at this dunk here. Gets ahead of the defense. Fast break buckets.
Nasty stuff. Teams are going to powwow right now. Let's see. Okay. Maybe we won't get to see that replay.
Referee's timeout.
Got some substitutes in. Weihan is coming in, as well as Krajina. 3 seconds left on the clock. Alex making a move, goes in for 3, too much to the right. Buzzer beater goes off, DEA quickly going back with Weihan taking the charge. Pump fakes for 3, Nick King redirecting Eric, hands it off to Xie Yashin. Stuck as he got double teamed. Nick King with 8 seconds left to go, up against Upshaw, goes in for a jumper, clanks it. Bashir manages to save it, and Eric goes into the paint, out to Nick King. Nick King with no one guarding him with 7 seconds left on the clock.
Nick King still trying to find his rhythm in game 3. Coming up short.
Eason coming in for Buma Weijia, lobs it to Upshaw. And out to Lewis. Now Sim Bular lasers it over for final 3 points. KK gets the ball back. Another fast break on the DEA side. Bounce pass. Al-Bashir gives the ball to King. King passes to Al-Bashir. Al-Bashir way too much to the right-hand side, but King lobs it back to Ghosthawks. Lewis passes it out to Ethan. Ethan to Alex and gets in another 2 points.
Ghosthawks beat the DEA down the floor for a change.
DEA scored 6 points in fast break as opposed to Ghosthawks. That's going to be their first field goal in fast break.
Foul on Eason, knocked over Wayhan.
That's a beautiful picture.
As Wayhan's taking his time to get up here.
Let's take a look at that coast-to-coast pass to Alex.
Alex sneaks behind the defense.
Oop. Did not look very amused.
Bumped him in the tailbone. Looks like the bench got a warning there. Little 2 buckets.
Coach Lady Hawk, coach of the year this season, to start off. As Wayhan goes in for 3 at the top, fires it just off. And Ethan going back.
DEA cooling down slightly from behind the arc now.
What, they're no longer at 95%?
They couldn't keep that pace up. They were 8 for 10 in the first quarter.
Going to be offensive foul on Upshaw. Let's take a look at that replay.
Upshaw's going to find himself in foul
Ooh,
trouble.
illegal screen.
He did move into him. Now that is a call that I've seen them not call throughout the season. Possibly a correction to the referee's mindset on moving screens here in the
Hopefully Upshaw can keep his cool.
He's got to stay composed. They're going to need him in this game.
Absolutely. Now, Weathers did pretty well in the last game, but they definitely need Upshaw's versatility. King coming out, Jalonis back in.
Yep, they need everything Upshaw has to offer. His passing, his dribbling, his shooting, his presence on the floor. Can't have any foul trouble.
Been the longest standing import player for the Ghosthawks. There's been 6 imports total as Wayhan knocks down another 3.
Rulcom and Wayhan.
21, Ghosthawks. Tim is in the game. This is his first time in the finals, and Weathers goes in for a kill.
Weathers has a quick first step. On that last spin move, he covered a lot of ground, and that one there, quick first step from Weathers.
Dumps it on Jalonis, closed casket.
1 dribble from the 3-point line and 1 dunk. Okay, Marcus Weathers. See if this can get him going, get the team going. Flashes of brilliance from Marcus Weathers. Coach must know something we don't. They've gone with the triple big look the entire season.
I think, yeah.
In comes Marcus Weathers from the playoffs.
I think it was a huge shock for the fans and for us broadcasters that he was in the roster. I mean, they always went with the triple tower of terrors the whole entire season. Heavily relying on their size. Jalonis at the top goes in for 3. High arch, but no good. Krajina tries to save it. Knocks out a few fans, all good. Still Ghosthawks ball. Only a 5-point difference between the two.
As hot as the DEA have been shooting it, as you just mentioned, it's only a 5-point game.
Plenty of game left. Got 2 home games here at Tainan. The next one will be Sunday afternoon, so stay tuned for that. Lewis finds Upshaw. Triple team by DEA, but too much twerk, and Weathers comes in for 2.
Hard work for that bucket there from Weathers.
Kajina tries to find Bashir, bounce passes it to him. He's on the inside, goes in for a spin move by a double team of the Ghosthawks, and Lewis recovers the ball, brings it back. Upshaw hands it off to Eason. And Eason goes in for a jumper. Drops it in.
1-point ball game. Game 3. 2-1 finals. Here we go.
Wayhan not going into fast break, but coming up with another 3.
Rulcom and Wayhan killing it.
as a cucumber, if anything. 46-42. Lewis up at the top to Eason. He's gonna go in. He tries to find a teammate. Miscommunication. Wei Han going back into offense. Bounce pass behind the back. And Shen out Shen from the sideline. Goes in for three. No good. And Jalonis loses handle of the ball. And draws a foul on Tim.
Second chance opportunities for DEA. Ghosthawks got a box out. Fundamentals here. Big strip from Wei Han. Comes down the floor, goes through his legs. Showtime.
Ghosthawks have called a timeout. Good timing as they need it. So we take a look at Marcus Weathers. Like you said, moment of brilliance. He'll be
八宝粥 Kiss Cam 大荧幕，待会导播 Q 到你的时候呢，举起你手中的八宝粥，你可以亲八宝粥，或者亲旁边的人都可以。你要请啦啦队丹尼斯为你安排，谢谢。 亲一下，亲一下，亲一下八宝粥，亲上你隔壁的人或者亲八宝粥，好棒的点心，在台南的主场，上华主播亲上你的八宝粥，好，亲钱姐哦。
The Burgundy Brigade. Welcome back to Tainan Pharmacy Stadium. We are here at the Burgundy Brigade.
Nice.
It is 46-42. DEA have a lead. It's a small lead though, thanks to Ling Wei Han going in for the kill with all these three-pointers. Ice cold for the 32-year-old.
Ghosthawks have kept it close the entire series, but they've lost gas towards the end of the game. Let's see if they can keep it up for a full game this time.
Upshot tries to intercept the ball. Still DEA's possession with 13 seconds left. Lasers it out to Al-Bashir. To Jalonis. 6 seconds left. He's gonna push it into the paint. Excellent footwork.
Foul.
Draws a foul on Weathers.
As you mentioned, excellent footwork. These Europeans, fundamentally sound.
When they were looking for import players in the preseason, they were specifically looking for older Eastern European players. So most, all of them that have rotated through or that have been on the team, they've never played in Asia before.
Well, the DEA got themselves some studs this year.
Absolutely, they're honestly gems. Jalonis, he got import of the month in December as well as March. DEA absolutely dominant in the whole season. Like I mentioned, they've basically taken up most of the import of the month and MVPs of the month this season. That free throw shot is short. The ball gets pushed around, but Ghosthawks still have it. Eason with the ball up against Big Sun. On him like white on rice.
Yeah, tough, aggressive defense on the ball here.
Gnarly, but Weathers finally manages to get the ball, and he's gonna try in for three, too short. Oh. Rattles out, Bashir gets the ball back, quickly going back. Wei Han instructing KK on where to go. He's got the ball now up against Weathers. It's ISO bully ball, and another spin cycle for Krajina goes in for two.
Soft touch from Chris Krajina around the hoop.
And Weathers, he's gonna quickly drive in for two.
Right idea. They weren't set up, go hard, initiate the contact, get rewarded with a foul call.
He reminds me a lot of Troy Williams when he was playing with the Leopards. Just absolutely physical. He always ends up on the ground, just trying to slash into the paint. Got some subs. Ating and Nick King coming in for Jalonis and Bashir. Players on the court are having a quick powwow as Weathers is at the free throw line.
Doesn't get the bounce on the first one. As he gets words from encouragement from both his teammates there.
25-year-old from Roland Park, Kansas.
One of the younger imports here in T1 League.
The youngest one, actually. The other one right around his age is Richard Laku of the Taoren Leopards, another late signing.
Richard Laku was lacking. I hope you enjoyed Taiwan Hearts.
Hey, I see what you did there. You're good. Oh, Wei Han almost loses the ball, lasers it out of bounds to our direction.
Wei Han said, yeah, my bad. Can't win them all, Wei Han.
I mean, Wei Han, listen, if you want me to play, I'm wearing heels, but I'm down.
Second ball's coming our way. I'm shooting the next one. I'm shooting the next one.
I think they want to play. Scott, you did play in college.
You sure did.
As Tim goes in for three and fires away. He's pumping up the crowd right now. See the red cones going crazy. As Big Sun hands it off to Ating. Whoa. See that right in front of our eyes, another foul on Tim.
Foul on Tim. Averages 3 points per game in the regular season, just equaled that with that triple. Tim, welcome to T1 Universe. Money, getting people fired up.
He had a couple of moments of glory this season, but yes, typically you see him as a bench warmer. Previously played for the Kaohsiung Jiutai team.
So that might have been the biggest shot of his career so far, that last one. Is that what you're telling me?
Oh!
Possibly.
Well,
Game 3, Finals T1, that wasn't the biggest shot of his career?
Maybe. I mean, this is his second time in the finals. Previously also played for Taiwan Bank. They also won a title a couple years back. Ooh, Upshaw loses the ball. Wei Han gets it back to Nelson. And Krajina quit slowly back to offense. He's at the top. He finds Ating. And Nick King, double team, lobs for two. Weathers gets the ball back, but he's up against Nelson. Nelson tries to get the ball, but he gets a foul instead.
Weathers looking to push the ball and run the floor. My limited time seeing Marcus Weathers, I like him. A lot of upside.
Hunt coming in for Lewis. Weathers had a quick stint in the PBA this season, played for the San Miguel Beermen, as well as the North Point Batang Pure.
Nice, the Beermen. I've been to some of those games. They're good. Electric stadiums down there.
Yeah, hopefully we'll get some more Filipino players here. We've got quite a few rotations of import players coming from the PBA, some of them including Tony Bishop, Marcus Weathers, like we mentioned, as well as Jason Brickman.
With the PBA only allowing one import per team, if you played in the PBA, you'd be pretty good.
Absolutely.
Import, right?
Well, hopefully you'd be good. It's a lot of pressure, though. You could be cut in 2-3 games, even though you had an amazing performance.
Oh, I bet you they go through imports like tissues over there.
Oh, absolutely. It's the single-ply tissues, too.
Yeah, not getting 25 and 10 next.
15 seconds on the shot clock. Upshaw's at the baseline on the court. Total Tim, Ahwan, Simbular, and Upshaw, as well as Eason still in the game. Eason from deep goes in for three, but Bular rebounds it. Another rebound goes in for an and one.
Rebound, dunk.
Puts all the weight in the world on that hoop. That hoop is working overtime tonight. Take a look at that replay.
Ating doing all he can in there, which isn't much.
And like we say over and over again, Simbular and Jagar, you expect them to get twice as many rebounds just because they recover their own shots.
seeing Sam Nagara in street clothes today with a guy that's 76% from the floor this season. To put that in perspective, NBA all-time, DeAndre Jordan led one season with 67% from the field. Sam Nagara at 76%.
The more you know.
Unbelievable.
Crowd went crazy just now when Spular made that free throw shot. It was like when they heard that bread was invented. Wei-Han quickly shoots in another three. That's 5 for 6 tonight already. And look at him, expressionless.
I like that. Cool, calm, and Wei-Han.
That is nasty. Tim lobs it out to Upshot, but Upshot wanting a piece of that pie. Ball goes way above the backboard.
Upshot's gonna make the next one. Still just a 5-point game. Ghosthawks won't go away. Let's see if they have enough gas left in the tank this time.
3 minutes left. Guma Weijia coming in for Eason.
3 minutes from Eason.
Well, the Ghosthawks have managed to keep the score difference at 5 or around that range.
Typically, it's been close leading into halftime. It's the second half of the Ghosthawks starting to lose speed.
King goes in for a quick dunk.
Didn't crown himself king there, which is typically his dunking celebration.
Got a full court press. Tim lobs it out to Bular. Tim once again. Bounce passes to Guma Weijia and finds Upshot, quickly lobbing it to Tim Bular. Tim saves it though, and Bular once again at the paint. That ball taps out. Nelson gets the ball back to DEA.
Nelson wisely waits for his feet to come back in bounds on that steal.
And Wei-Han out to Nick King. Nick King pump fakes it and goes in for 2.
First mid-range jumper that's gone down for Nick King. That could be the DEA getting on a roll here.
A much-needed timeout to kill that streak as the Ghosthawks scored 58-49, just like that. Score is
哪边想喝挺到爸的饮料的，请尖叫！哪里口渴的，请尖叫！这节还有2分钟，台南主场，我们要守住，我们能 hold 住的。
T1 finals here at Jianan Stadium. Score 58-49. DEA taking that lead comfortably right now. Plenty of game left though.
Crowd getting into it. Uniform sign waving. Well done, Tainan.
The red C and the yellow puddle?
We didn't come up with something for yellow.
Yeah, yellow puddle doesn't sound very legal. As Sim Bular finds an open Gumao. Ball rattles in. Nelson waiting for his teammates. Passes it to King. And Wei-Han up against potential Rookie of the Year. Nelson, pump fake, goes in for 2. Rattles out. Gumao saves the ball. Sim Bular quickly going back to the paint. And that's going to be a foul called on Nelson.
Take a look. Nelson bumps in here, coming down in the hip. Yeah.
Whoops. I do not want to see a 7'5" giant running towards me.
Like worked out in their favor, putting Sim on the line, as mentioned. Not particularly.
Not favorable towards the Ghosthawks.
There we go, make it. Oh.
But it gives, you know, to be fair though, it does give Bular time to rest and be sedentary.
Sure.
He's knocked in 10 points, getting 6 rebounds so far.
Come on, Sim. Oh.
Just off. Too short. A lot of accolades from last season, though, was import of the year as Nelson dishes in too. Rebound leader, scoring leader of the year, import of the month, and import of the year. Got transferred to the Ghosthawks mid-season this year. Bounce pass to Nick King, and King quickly going back. Fakes Tim. Tim making there in time, but still no good as King drops in another 2.
Nick King kept him on his hip the whole time. Professional move from Nick King.
Valiant effort by Tim, though. He was able to catch up, and like we mentioned, been a bench warmer first time in the finals and playoffs. We see him. King hugged by Tim.
Well, Nick King might have got away with the hook. Tim with some contact to start. Take a look at Nelson's bucket there. Watch his arm.
See that first?
And show the other one.
Shot.
Show the other one.
Alex coming in for Tim.
Big minutes for Tim.
Probably come back in as Nick King is at a charity stripe. Signed with DEA back in January. Another off free throw.
See if the Memphis, Tennessee native can make the second one.
He's played all 16 games that he's been here, but not a starter. Logging in 26 points per game in the regular season. First time playing in Asia.
Doing well playing in Asia, Nick King. Oh my goodness.
Wei Han slides across the floor, and Ahwan going in for 3, too deep, and Sim Bular tries to push it in. He loses grip of the ball, Wei Han. Just about he goes into the paint. There's Chris Trojino going in for 2.
Sim's got to keep that ball above his head. Putting the ball on the floor, guys are stripping him, coming back the other way.
Seeing a lot of fouls committed by the Ghosthawks.
Chris Trojino took a shot to the face there, he's okay.
No context for him, at least from what I know. We see Kiki at the free throw line. Gets 3 points. Lewis coming in for Ahwan. Gonna give him a quick break as Alex brings the ball over. Number 7, Kanga for the DEA is in the game.
Welcome to the game, Kangaroo.
Only put in 5 minutes. Upshot tries to go in for 2. Bular recovers it.
Call on Upshaw foul first. No bucket from Sim.
Kanga only came in for 5 minutes in the last quarter, the last game, and just like that,
Just
he
like
comes
that.
out.
Kangaroo in, Kangaroo out.
Rough.
Good 7 seconds, Kangaroo. You said your name at least 4 times.
Yeah, Mr. Popular of last season. Upshaw now at the free throw line.
That's Nick King stops Upshot from taking a practice shot there. Did you see that?
Yes, sir, I did. Taking his time for the second one. See if he can go 50. Got 14 seconds left. Wesley and Weathers coming in for Sim and Alex. Full court press. Nelson, Speedy Gonzalez, but Lewis being able to keep the pace. Wei Han behind the back pass, and Krajina from the top goes in for 3. Just off though. Well, that concludes the first half of Game 3. Scores 66-52. Got a good amount of halftime. Stay tuned.
音效商品本周 logo 短 T 2件9折，指定 logo 商品特价8折，指定短 T 特价499，很多好康，赶紧到音效 OM。在找厕所吗？3楼男厕在电梯口旁边，3楼女厕在楼梯旁，2楼男厕在半堂去后方，半堂去是面对 DJ Swallow 的背后是半堂区，2楼女厕还有无障碍厕所，从1联军总部左侧进入。刚刚你拿到了球的话，请这一刻赶紧到1联军总部来换取礼物。Again, good job. Welcome Tainan. This is the TSG Ghosthawks. 这是我们主场，今天我们继续加油，把胜利拿下来。
Take a look at the merchandise at the Ghosthawks Stadium. We got some towels, t-shirts, hats. Make sure to stop by. I think there's some cushy discounts even.
The girl rocking a Gumao jersey. That would be the jersey I would get, Gumao.
There you go. I wonder if we have some 5XL jerseys. For those who don't know, that's Sim Bular's jersey size. Lioneers had to customize the size. On the screen, we have our Chinese broadcaster, Xu Zhitao. You saw him on the Taichung Suns being a advisor for the Suns during playoffs. But to bring it back to this current game, 66-52 is the score right now. You know, it was pretty close. It was a 5-point difference around, but DEA managed to pull away in the score difference right now, thanks to DEA's 3-point attempts and percentage.
DEA shooting 52% from downtown. They went on a little run there to end the first half. Game was close, starting to pull away now. Take a look at some of the highlights from the first half. Robert Upshaw with the knees up. There's the Upshaw.
Once again, Marcus Weathers in the finals. Again, first time we're seeing him in the playoffs. So, you know, the Ghosthawks were able to catch up to the DEA speed, but a lot of miscommunications and bad passes. So, leading up to the Kings with plenty of fast break points on their end.
Take a look at Marcus Weathers' dunk here. One dribble from the three-point line and one.
Fast break points for DEA. They scored 14 points as opposed to Ghosthawks only with 2 so far. So again, you know, they are able to catch up. We see Sim Bular running the fastest we've probably ever seen him this season overall. So
he got that block, but his teammates didn't come up with the rebound.
And here we have Kiki, an absolute game changer for the DEA.
Simbular leading the way for the Ghosthawks with 10 points and 7 rebounds. On the other side, you got Lin Wei Ham, who's cool and calmly scored 20 points already. Blazing hot from downtown.
Absolutely, and you know what else is blazing hot? These t-shirts. So pick any two to get a 10% discount, and any of the following items: the Ghosthawks hoodie, hat, and their game towel, you're gonna get 20% off today. So like I said, we've got those discounts, the final moments of this season. This could be their last home stand.
Pick up your swag while you still can.
There we go. We even got some Kuma gear in the back, like Scott mentioned, or he found earlier.
There we go.
There's one of our youngest fans on screen. We'll be right back.
Direct rocking the scene, breaking on down for the b-boys and b-girls, where in it do they think? Pump it, louder, come on, don't stop, and keep it going, do it. Let's get it on, move it. Come on, baby, do it. Blow my mind, baby. Come on, yeah. Everyone put your hands up and get your drinks up now. Put your hands up, 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 put your hands up.
Still in the middle of halftime right now. We're looking at the Ghosthawks merch store right now. DEA still taking that comfortable lead. See a couple of fans in the audience right now.
What does that sign say? Dwight Howard loves chicken ass?
Speaking of chicken ass, for those who missed out, we had the honor of having the Dwight Howard on the broadcast on Monday. So catch that on our T1 YouTube channel.
My buddy didn't think I could get Dwight Howard to say, I love chicken ass on live television.
Well, we've got your friend to spite his face.
Look at these numbers.
Take a look at the screen right now. Like we mentioned, 66-52. Their field goal percentage overall is about the same, but you see a big dip for the Ghosthawks. 30%, that's about their typical average though. But DA coming in 52%, 11 for 21. And you see their free throws, 9 for 12, 75%, and 46% for the Ghosthawks. Sim Bular at the line. That usually means trouble for the Ghosthawks, to be honest.
The DEA are shooting a better field goal percentage from the three-point line than they are from the field itself.
And as we mentioned before, a lot of bad passing and miscommunication between the Ghosthawks players. DEA managing to get 9 steals from them. Stealing candy from a baby, it's almost out there.
Weihan's got to have 3 of those steals himself.
That's right, and speaking of Weihan, we have at the top, Lin Weihan with 20 points, Nick King 13, Kiki 8 points, Bing Sun, Nelson 7, and Al-Bashir with 7. Al-Bashir, we saw an amazing two-handed slammer thanks to an assist by Bing Sun. On the Ghosthawks side, we have Upshaw 11 points, Bular 10, and Alex 9, Eason with 5, and Weathers 5 points respectively.
Weihan leading all scorers with 20. Go Taiwan.
So we see once again, we mentioned Wei Han, 5 for 6 in terms of 3 points, getting 4 assists. Defensive player of the year, all defensive team, rebound leader, assist leader. I mean, he is cleaning house in this league. Could be a very possible candidate for finals MVP. But we'll be right back for more. So we see Green Hall of the Hsinchu Jayco Lioneers. Once again, it's kind of like a little Lioneers reunion, but in the meantime, stay tuned. We'll be back for more basketball.
Rosa?
Yeah.
Saw her at the tax office. Did you see that picture?
Yeah, so what Scott's talking about, she showed up on a commercial, but in the meantime,
I was filling out my taxes. I looked over to the left, and there's Rosa telling me to file online.
yeah, gotta look that up on Google, folks.
各位接团们，再过4分钟，下半场就要开始，请赶紧回到座位哦。待会这场比赛少一个你都不行。台南主场要请你帮忙守住每一球，我们准备要逆转，加油！ 下半场我们将会一篮再战，中信特工在罚球这边就在我们拉拉山边了。各位在拉拉山上的你，待会中信特工的罚球就靠你手喽，可以吗？那我们现在练习一下吧，大家手上有什么举什么，好不好？手上什么举什么，摇一下。 加油，拉拉山，拉拉山靠你守住啊！
KK 他的那个抛投真的是国内球员必须要去学习的。他那个抛投，我在练球的时候看他几乎是90%以上的命中率，仅次于那个阿杜贾巴的那个天空。当然天空更高啊，但是他那个抛投一样，布拉跟德古拉230的公分几乎都打不到他的火锅。
That was Coach of the Year, Li Yihua, head coach of the DEA, just giving Kiki his flowers. Again, we talked about his versatility, the 32-year-old Croatian just making a splash in this playoffs.
It's no secret what's gotten the Ghosthawks to this position, the T1 League Finals, pounding the ball inside and taking advantage of their height advantage. And they have the height advantage over everyone. They're getting a bit away from it in the first half. Let's see them pound the ball into the post in the second half. That's their bread and butter right here.
Upshaw doing relatively well for 3 points, 2 for 4, getting 5 rebounds and 2 assists. As we see here on that play.
Here's the Upshaw.
Upshaw doing the Upshaw.
See if he's refocused for the second half. Can't argue with the referees, Robert Upshaw. You got to pound the ball inside. You and Sim, big to big.
You see our killer, Ling Wei Han, dropping in 20 points.
20 points and 0 smiles.
It's serious. It's finals.
Let's see if we get a smile from Wei Han here in the second half.
Talking to Li Yihua before the finals, he definitely emphasized with the players that, hey, you know, it's not really the time to be pulling those tricks and showing off your moves. It's about taking the win no matter which stadium you are at. So, you know, that's given a lot of the veterans a lot of play time, including Dun Wending and obviously Wei Han himself, even though this is actually his first time playing in any kind of finals.
First time in any finals for Lin Wei Han?
That's right.
I find that hard to believe. Looks like a seasoned veteran out there.
He is a seasoned veteran, absolutely. Played for SBL for a long time, CBA. Just coming back from CBA, but never making it to finals for any of the teams that he signed for.
Having a hell of a final so far here in T1 League.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, like I said before, he could very much be a candidate for finals MVP, but, you know, not to, you know, I would say Al-Bashir would be up to snuff. He is the local player that is putting in the most consistent minutes regular season as well as postseason. He's putting in 33 minutes per game, more than Lin Wei Han, 18 points per game, 6 rebounds, 2 assists.
Well, at least 6 quarters of basketball left here for the Ghosthawks in the final 2 games. If they don't get swept, I don't think they're going to get swept. I'm telling you, they're going to get one of these games in this building.
You've been relatively accurate with these calls.
I think they're going to get one of these 2 games here, today or tomorrow.
But also, you've been jinxing a lot, so we'll see. I think it's still 50-50 right now. Listen, we got a whole second half left, and Big Sen fires away for 3.
Butter from Nelson right off the bat.
Heck of a start. For the second half, Alex, Upshaw, Bular, Eason, and Lewis are in for the Ghosthawks DEA side. We got Al-Bashir getting the steal, but Alex recovering it back to Eason. And once again, it's back and forth. Coast-to-coast pass to Al-Bashir for another light two. Yeah, it's a light one.
Come on, DEA fans came all the way up here to see you throw that down, Abassi.
Listen, they got a comfortable lead. Maybe they don't want to rub it in. Maybe Bashir's got some moves later on. We'll have to see. But Upshot, Nelson coming in too slow, but that ball rolls out of the hoop. Wei Han lobs it out to Al-Bashir. Passes it out to Big Sen. Big Sen at the top for another 3.
Nelson.
Oh my goodness, we got some quality butter shots here, but Lewis, he wants another bit too of that 3-point pie. Couldn't get it in this time. DA ball, but that ball, it rolls out of Kiki's grip. Eason brings the ball back. Bular and Bular and Upshaw slowly making their way back.
In the blink of an eye, the DEA have taken a 22-point lead. 10 minutes and 32 seconds left in the third quarter.
The Ghosthawks have had a winning record here at home. They won 12 games out of 15 home games, but up against DA. Haven't gotten a win at home yet against DEA. There we go, another outlook pass to Al-Bashir, and another one he lays in.
Beating them down the floor, easy buckets.
Might be a good time to be calling a timeout, even though there's only 10. We only got 10 minutes into the third quarter. Lewis, 4-3 at the baseline, no good. Wei Han, speed demon he is, brings it back. And finds a free Nelson, but that ball rattles out of bounds, and it's Ghosthawk possession. Let's see Simon getting ready to come back in. It's only put in 4 minutes in this game.
DEA ball there went off the Ghosthawks.
Oh, excuse me.
You got Simon coming in for Alex.
Shot clock reset to 14. Jalonis to Wei Han with 9 seconds, and the clock is counting down for Jalonis. Draws a foul.
2 at the line.
It's going to be Upshaw's foul. 3rd one tonight. 4th one, excuse me. He is now in foul trouble. Once again, we kept emphasizing they need Upshaw tonight. So we take a look at that replay of Jalonis.
I don't think they can afford to take Upshaw off the floor.
No, definitely not. Jalonis, another staple import for the DEA.
Guys in the DEA can hurt you. We've got 4 guys shooting over 40% from downtown in the playoffs.
Most definitely have been around since the beginning of the season. Lithuanian player gets in his free throw as Marcus Weathers comes back into the game.
They are going to protect Robert Upshaw with his 4 fouls. Marcus Weathers coming in.
Start off again. Full court press on DEA with Marcus up against Al-Bashir. Bounce pass to Eason and to Simon. Fresh off the bench. Couldn't get the 3. And Kiki tips it to Wehan. Behind the back pass to Kiki and to Jalonis.
Ball showtime from Wehan.
Yes, sir. Wehan once again, he goes into the paint. He goes in for 2. Kiki tries to tip it in. As we see on the screen, Ghosthawks with 13 turnovers, not 9 from what I mentioned before. DEA with 5. No look pass out to Bular up against Jalonis.
Hammered.
Jalonis.
Gets fouled often and hard.
Jalonis' second foul. You gotta have a ton of patience.
1 foul, 2 fouls. Oh boy. Poor Sim. It's gonna be him back at the free throw line with everyone watching. Let's not talk about his free throws this time.
Let's not bring it up. Kanga and Nick King coming onto the court. A couple of people online have asked me, asked around, is that really his English nickname?
I hope so. We've been calling him Kangaroo for a while now.
Well, I mean, to be honest, there haven't been any places online where I found his English name, so...
Have we been calling him Kangaroo just...
Well, no, his Instagram handle is Kangaroo.
Okay.
Yeah. So there is a good reason, but people are wondering, is that his real nickname, or does he have, like, Bob as an English nickname? So...
Simbular goes over to using the free throw line as we try not to talk about it.
78-52 is the score. On the screen, DEA 8 rebounds, 1 for the Ghosthawks in this quarter. King fighting in to get 2 up against Weathers, and Simon draws a foul on Simon.
Free throws for Nick King. DEA are starting to run away with this game. Pace favoring them now. They're pushing the ball. They're getting the shot off in the first 5 seconds of the shot clock. Ghosthawks are in trouble.
Not to mention, Upshaw is, oh yeah, you did say foul trouble.
Upshaw is in foul trouble.
I feel like Dory from
And Nick King
Nemo.
here, talk about his role models. His role models are Penny Hardaway and his parents.
Good, his parents came to visit.
And his favorite food is his aunt's broccoli cornbread.
Whoa, broccoli cornbread.
Shout out to Nick King's aunt.
All right.
Thank you, Internet.
Ooh, broccoli cornbread. Still be thinking about it as Wesley comes into the game for Lewis.
Stadium quite quiet now.
Got the DEA section still going as Eason is up against Kanga. With 10 seconds on the shot clock, Simon 2. Weathers up against Bashir, and now KK. And he fights it for 2, gets his own rebound, and tries to go in for another.
Might have moved his pivot foot on the first move. I like the effort from Marcus Weathers. Look at Kangaroo.
One Mr. Popular last season. As Weathers punches in his first free throw. Two for 2 on the court for the DEA. Bashir, KK, Ogden, King, as well as Kanga. Again, hopefully this is a Kanga's opportunity to get some more minutes, giving Wehan a good, well-deserved break as Al-Bashir lays in too.
Kanga getting some good minutes, but getting a lot of shout-outs from us. We must have said his name about 8 times now.
I like saying his name.
Me too.
Because, you know, they don't get that many opportunities on the court, so we might as well give them their flowers.
That's right. Take a look at Al-Bashir, Taiwan's finest basketball player here at the free throw line, in my opinion.
Sir, he is now considered a local player. So on the national team, you will be seeing Al-Bashir as well as Quincy Davis. So they're going to be in two different categories. Davis as well as Will Artino, they're considered naturalized players. Al-Bashir, on the other hand, he is a local player, so no limitations on minutes or whatsoever. We start off, Ethan getting stuck out on the perimeter. Once again, handles the ball, gives it to Bular. A foul on KK.
Didn't put it on the floor, kept it above his head. But unfortunately, it's sending him to a place where he hasn't done very well today. We're not going to talk about it. It happens to be
Talk about what?
I think it's the foul with all the charity stuff. Anyways, Simbuar.
At this point, I gotta stop calling it that. It doesn't make sense for the Ghosthawks part.
This angle's not going to look good.
Oh,
man.
Listen, we're supposed to be neutral, but we root for Bular. We really do. We really do, but it gets a little tough, especially at that angle, like you said, Scott.
There we go.
There you go. All right. The cones keep going.
For two from the former Father Hemley Carr native in Toronto.
Get in some of that imported trivia.
Played a couple years in Canada before he was identified as a giant. Went down to Huntington Prep in the States.
Kanga slips up. That's a foul on Wesley. Like I mentioned before, Wesley and Sim, teammates, got a couple of Lioneers here at the stadium tonight, including some of their employees I saw on the screen. 14 seconds on the shot clock. He keeps you, Bashir. And Bashir up against Simon, goes in for two. A little bit off to the rails. And Weathers up against Al-Bashir, goes in for two, misses it. KK gets the ball back. Again, Ghosthawks a lot faster in keeping up to the pace of the DEA, but as of now, DEA has quite a comfortable lead, 83-55. Nick King lobs it out to Kanga with 4 seconds left on the clock. Kiki goes in for 3 points. Airballs it.
2 cups short there.
He tried.
83-55, still a lot of basketball left to be played. I wonder if next game we'll see the lineup that got them here, the Sim, Sam, and Robert lineup.
Maybe third time is the charmer. We'll see the triple towers again as Kanga commits a foul. Once again, something that we've emphasized over and over again is the turnovers and the bad passing, but not only that, we're still missing some scoring from the local players. Anyway, Lee Hansen, 5 points, Simon 2, and Lewis with 3. Guma Weijia is probably the leading scorer on the team, who is still on the bench right now.
When you look at the DEA side, led by Taiwanese, Reihan. These local guys really got to step up if they're going to win these games for the Ghosthawks.
Liu Mengzhu gives a ton of credit to the DEA, not only to Li Yihua, but also to the players. Again, you know, we got a good variety of young players and veteran players, but, you know, talking about Al-Bashir, Liu Mengzhu is saying that they definitely have an advantage. He's almost considered like the third import on the court. As King goes in, out to Ating. Ating squares up to the hoop. That ball rattles out of the rim. Weathers brings the ball back. Up against Chris and Bashir. He's getting stuck. He manages to find Wesley. And Simon once again tries in for another 3. Rattles out, and so much airtime is Al-Bashir. He gives the ball back to Kanga.
Swallowed up that rebound.
I think he needs some mileage, like air mileage, with how much air he's putting in. And King will have the opportunity at the free throw line.
Thought King was going to put Wesley on a poster there, bumped him in the head instead. Take a look at Nick King here.
Got a TV timeout, 5 minutes, 50 seconds left in this quarter. We'll be right back.
欢迎现场适合 Anybody? Anybody?
With my limited experience, I agree. Welcome back to Tainan Stadium. We are now in T1 Finals Game 3. For those who missed out, make sure to follow all things T1 at t1.basketball on Instagram. It's 83-55 is the score. Guma Weijia back in the game. Let's see what Liu Mengzhu has in store for the Ghosthawks.
Things that aren't getting it done for the Ghosthawks right now, they are shooting 24% from downtown and 42% from the free throw line. In reverse of that, the DEA are shooting 50% from the three-point line and 82% from the free throw line. Not going to get it done in the finals here.
Missed both free throws. Coast-to-coast pass from Guma Weijia to Weathers. And Weathers pushes it into the paint, and Ading gets the ball back. King is asking for the ball.
Travel.
But travel violation. It's Ghosthawks ball.
See if the Ghosthawks can cut into this lead to something manageable for the fourth quarter.
Seeing a lot of Ading once again. Again, probably the most experienced playoffs player.
Ading was holding him the entire time. Good defensive strategy.
He's made into 6 finals, including the SBL Plus League as well as T1. This is his debut season in this league. Singular at the free throw line. Once again, short. I feel for him. He's a big guy, big hands. Not so good handle on the ball.
Sam, you call me this summer, Sam. We're working your free throw together.
Well, he will be going back to Toronto for the summer, so you have to find him in Toronto to give him those lessons.
Someone in Toronto, please help Sam with his free throws. Anybody. Ghosthawks will pay for it, I'm sure.
Number 18, Wu Hongxing is in the game.
Welcome, Wu Hongxing.
Came in out of the blue in the last game. Once again, we mentioned before, this is his first time playing in the playoffs, point-blank period, but has won the most finals titles, 6 in total. As Weathers gets a pass by Eric, coming into the game, and gently rolls into.
Carefully lays in two there, was hoping for the showtime dunk.
Ghosthawks players barely making it back to offense, comfortably back in defense. KK with the ball. Ooh, gets knocked down.
They're going to call the foul on Nick King.
Let's take a look at that replay.
Nick King comes around,
bumps him into Weathers, and then.
Good call by the referee. The referee had a great angle on that. Nick King bumped him into the screen.
Good call.
Replay didn't help you there, Nick.
Sorry. Giving Chris a break is Jalonis.
Europeans very interchangeable for the DEA, not giving up much either way. Both very good.
Oh my goodness, there was a clip on Instagram where KK and Jalonis were running in sync, and I'm not joking, as Hongxing gets in his first field goal of playoffs.
Welcome to T1 Universe, Wu
There
Hongxing.
we go.
Shout out to
Thank
Wu
you.
Hongxing and his fans.
Nick King drives it into the paint, tries to go in for two, too much into it, goes past the rim. Kuma Weijia bounce passes to Hongxing. Should have been called a charging foul, but gets two in. That's back-to-back scoring for the vet.
Wu Hongxing's on a personal 4-point run here.
Ooh, I don't know about that. I agree with Li Huang, yeah. But listen, 83-62, he knocked in 4 points in just, what, 30 seconds?
Wu Hongxing, welcome to the T1 Universe.
Look at him getting that recovery and getting two back.
He's 100% from the floor.
There you go, that's right. I think you should just not play, you're 100%.
George Costanza leaving a high note.
Yeah,
See
stop,
you later, Wu Hongxing.
stop while you're ahead.
Ghosthawks fans here still pounding away on these cones, staying into it.
It's either really good sound quality or we got some pretty good fans here in Tainan.
It is loud where we're sitting. Well, what was once a 30-point lead is now down to 21 points. If they can trim this lead down, maybe 10, 15, they might have ourselves a fourth quarter worth watching.
Saw on the screen earlier just now, Ghosthawks could have gotten 23 points. Unfortunately, out of the 23 free throw shots, they only made 10.
That is Mama Hoo Hoo.
There you go. Oh, good Chinese there, Scott.
Like that one?
Yeah. Tell us about what else you learned about the weather.
Oh, let's not go there. The weather today was very Mama Hoo Hoo in Tainan.
There you go. Well, okay, I'll take that. I'll take that. We start up once again. Jalonis to Eric. Yashin lobs it over to Ate. Squares up for three. That's going to lower the three-point percentage. There's some scuffling at the under the paint.
There's the garbage truck again.
There we go. Well, for three is Nick King and swishes it in. That was smooth as silk. Yeah, the garbage truck. Hey, I'm not really sure why again. I gotta figure out that.
2 for 2 for garbage truck. He play it.
Yeah.
Nice pass.
Passes it to Weathers.
Weathers gets hammered.
Hammered by Nick King. Let's take a look at Nick King. Ooh. Weathers now at the free throw line. Hongxing still on the court.
Marcus Weathers' father played for Drake. No, not the rapper, the university.
See, don't be giving misinformation like that.
No, there's Drake University, not Drake the rapper. Not to mistake it for Drake the rapper.
The pause was definitely deceptive. As Nick King goes one-on-one up against Weathers. Ate passes it out to the inside, but King recovers the ball for another three.
DEA getting fancy here.
Nelson trying to get the ball, but it's still Ghosthawks possession. Seeing a lot less of Ling Wei Han in this quarter.
Give him a break.
Once again, a much-needed break. He suffers all season long with knee effusion, so that kind of basically means a lot of liquids in the knees. Hongxing, ball stolen. That's a cookie by Nelson, and Eric lays two in. And Kuma Weijia quickly coming back, but up against Nelson.
Foul.
Gets a foul.
On the floor, sideline out of bounds. Possibly both in the bonus at this point.
You are correct, as Kuma will be at the free throw line this time.
Take our first look at Kumail's shot for today.
We love talking about his form here on the broadcast.
He likes to shoot from his chin, people. Watch.
Listen, he stands at a towering 5'9". He needs all of his own might.
He stands at 5'9", but he shoots it at 4'10". It's awkward. Watch this. Covers his face. Oh, man.
Woo. Hey, listen. He gets it in. His free throw percentage is higher than most of the
I think Sim should start shooting it from his chin.
I think the ball would go way over the backboard if that happens. We start off again, 88-65. Nelson at the top. Goes in, Weathers gets the steal and gives it back to Gumaweja. Hands it to Shalonis. Ball goes out of bounds, still goes Hawks ball. Good attempt by Shalonis though. Up shot at the top, gives it to Hongxing. Hongxing to Guma, and Guma from Hualien. No good, King gets a rebound. It's him up against Weathers, but he's going into the paint. Passes it to Shalonis, goes in for 2.
Nick King has at least one of those passes every game. Around the side, that's a Steve Nash pass there. Nice pass, Nick King.
DEA pulling away at the score. Lewis loses handle of the ball, but he gets it back. Passes it out to Weathers. King almost intercepts it, but gets it out of bounds. With 8 seconds left to go, let's see what they do in this possession. Hongxing gets the ball. Once again, hands it to Weathers. Hopefully he's paying attention to the shot clock. There's 2 seconds left, and from the top, he gets it in!
There you go, Marcus Weathers nailed it to the deep.
The red cones are going off. Weathers up against Nick King. Goes in for the kill, but Edgar Shalonis comes in for the putback instead.
Stretches the lead with 24 points with the DEA.
Oh, thank God you did the math. Can't do math. Weathers lobs it out to Gumaweja and to Upshaw, but double team. He passes it to Hongxing, and he gets another 2.
Hongxing having a career night here.
6 points.
3 for 3 from the floor with 1 turnover.
Ooh, maybe he may be the X factor for tonight's game.
You're going to need a lot more scoring from Wu Hongxing.
No kidding.
Just found himself open. Double team. Way to cut to the open floor, Wu Hongxing.
And seeing Liu put in a lot of the bench players that we don't see before. So that includes Wu Hongxing, 21 Tim, as well as Alex. He gets in a little bit more minutes than the other 2, but like I said, Liu just throwing everything at the wall and seeing what sticks.
As Wesley comes in for Wu Hongxing. Or is it Alex?
Alex is coming in for
Alex. They both got the arm tat. Can't tell.
He actually is a kinetic tape.
Oh, great. Too on with that TC with that knowledge.
I know my stuff, man. Some stuff.
Oh, someone's getting warned. Got to sit down.
It's a warning, but don't know for what. As DJ Swallow gets the fans going.
DJ Swallow, shout out to DJ Swallow.
That rattles in. Eric being a little bit more quiet in the playoffs. Well, not really overall playoffs, but for the finals. Only getting in 6 points. Sim Bular gets the ball, but immediately passes it out to Lewis, and Lewis couldn't connect the dots. Kenga passes it to Eric. With 30 seconds left in the 3rd quarter, Kiki now has the ball. Shot clock still going down. Al-Bashir finally has the ball, but Jalonis, with 3 seconds left, goes into the paint, draws a foul.
Upshaw might have tweaked an ankle there. Uh-oh. Hope he's okay. They're going to need him. He looks like he is in pain. As the people from his bench just kind of look at him, maybe give him help up there.
Well, you know, give him a second to breathe.
All right,
you know,
all right.
give him some space, I would say, is the best advice when someone is on the floor.
So hover over them like that?
Well, yeah, maybe not hover, just watch.
Let's take a look here. His foot comes down.
Take a look. It doesn't look like he lands on Jalonis.
Like an ankle. Oh, he's okay.
But it's his right foot.
And when you see the player doing that back and forth wobble on the ground like that, that is not good. That is pain. And if you take a look at the GM here, he is seeing his playoff hopes lying on the ground here, having a hard time get up. Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Unfortunately,
It's
they
going to be
can't dress
trouble.
Sam
He
Brown.
is hobbling off with 5 people assisting him. That's really unfortunate. Who knows? Maybe he might need a couple of minutes, but
The way he's coming off that floor, it looks like we might not get to see the triple towers in the next game.
we'll see. Maybe what we say could be the complete opposite as Jalonis gets in his free throw shot with 14 seconds left on the clock. Umaweja with the ball. Up against Kanga. He goes into the paint, bounce passes to Lewis. Tries to go in for an underhand shot. 1 second left, and Al-Bashir blocked by Weathers.
Good hustle from Marcus Weathers. Al-Bashir trying to get behind the defense again. Marcus Weathers says not this time.
Weathers doing a pretty great job of guarding Al-Bashir, but unfortunately, score is still 95-70. DEA taking that lead. We'll be right back after these.
欢迎来到台南，这里是台南主场，台钢电影主场，One and Only。林玉凯，你的皮夹掉了，我们捡到了，请到音源军总部领取。林玉凯的皮夹掉了，请你赶紧到音源军总部领取，谢谢。这里的音乐剧院，我们可以做到的。最伟大的比赛永远出现在最伟大的时刻，由最伟大的人来完成，那就是我们台南人。
We're back here. Take a look at the screen right now. Is Eric Xie on the screen. So, been dominant at the Jianan University Stadium. His three-point percentage, 51, as well as the following, Huang Tongxiang, 50%. Excuse me for mispronouncing if I was incorrect. On the screen, if you missed out on the third quarter, unfortunately, so it wasn't an ankle twist or a sprain, but it looks like a cramp in the thigh for Upshaw. So he's going to be sitting out at the beginning of the final quarter. So on the court, we got Bular as well as Weathers. We're quickly starting off. Bular with the ball, about to be double teamed, but Lewis coming back in, finds Alex. draws a foul. That's probably going to be on Jonah Morrison. First time playing in the finals.
Welcome Jonah Morrison to the game.
Got quite a bit of minutes playing against the Suns in the round A playoffs.
Comes off the bench, he just knocks down standstill threes, Jonah Morrison.
3 three-point shots specifically in the last game as they swept the Suns. Again, the Suns series, bench clearing for the DEA. A lot of bench players had the opportunity to score, and they certainly did. Alex punching in 11 points so far in the game. Al-Bashir lobs it to Kanga. Once again, still giving Weihan plenty of rest. We got the younger players on the court right now, and Jalonis comes in for 2.
Somehow puts that in.
Youngest player on the court, we got Jonah Morrison. He's only 22, 23 years old.
Fresh out of UBC University in British Columbia.
Eason pops it out to Lewis and gets it to Alex. Loses it to Kanga, quickly goes back and finds Jalonis for a dunk. Easy does it.
Nice flush from the European. Gets up the floor in a hurry. Can really run the floor.
We mentioned before, Ghosthawks being able to catch up, but with these kinds of turnovers and errors, we got DEA scoring how many fast break points?
20 fast break points.
And Ghosthawks.
Confirm that they're just killing them down the floor. Fast break points 20-4, and they're also got 13 points off turnovers versus 2 for the Ghosthawks. Not getting it done in game 3.
Jalonis, the only import for the DEA. And Lewis for 3 on the right side. Just off, but Eason gets the ball back on the top. With 8 seconds left to go, he comes in for 3 points, just a little too crooked, but Weathers recovers it back. He fights it, falls backwards. So does Bashir, and another foul on Jalonis.
Everyone on the Ghosthawks is struggling from the three-point line. I was really hoping to see a game where he pounded inside in the post. Eason now 1 for 5 from downtown.
Coming on to the, gonna go back to the bench with 4 fouls. Chris is coming back in. Still sticking with 1 import on the team. Gonna give Morrison a chance to play.
Still haven't seen Weihan play yet in a long time.
It feels weird.
Sitting on the bench, 75% from the floor, 5 for 6 from downtown.
It doesn't feel like it. It almost feels like I'm wearing the wrong shoes on the wrong side. Feels weird. Weathers pulls it for 3. Bashir tries to get it. That bounces off. DEA's ball. Kanga handles the ball over to Eric. And Eric now passes it to Jonah Morrison. Jonah Morrison for his first 3-point attempt. No good. Weathers bringing the ball back. Bular manages to keep up as Eason goes in for a shot.
Eason needed to see that one go down. He's struggling today.
Haven't seen him score in a while. Shear brings the ball back. Waiting for his teammates, passes it to Morrison. Off to Kiki. It's some mismatching up against Alex, and Weathers gets the ball back.
Good active hands from Alex to poke the ball away.
Nearly bounce passing it to Lewis. Eason to Simbular. Now Lewis has the ball to Alex from the top. Eric couldn't get any time for 3 points.
Butter from Alex, top of the key. DEA's going to call a timeout.
Coach Momir saying that should have been a travel, but listen, I got a comfortable lead still. 99-78 is the score. Let's take a look at that shot by Alex. We'll be right back. Don't go away.
场打开试喝。再次谢谢你，还有佳杰牛章云，帮助你补充体力，全力应援。想要喝牛章饮或者要 Whisco Line 的，请举手。Anybody？ 台南主场，你闻到那个逆转胜的喜悦了吗？如果你闻到的话，听听你的尖叫声！
Welcome back. There's 9 minutes left in the final quarter. Game 3, Tainan TSG Ghosthawks and New Taipei CTBC DEA, or as Scott lovingly called them, the Drug Enforcement Agency.
Hey, that's what they call themselves. We got Robert Upshot walk back to the bench less gingerly than we saw him leave the floor. Might be good to go for next game, possibly this quarter.
Let's hope, because like we mentioned before, they're gonna need that versatility as Kanga goes down to the paint, passes it out to Nick King. We see him back in the game. Tight defense by Weathers. He goes in for 2 for an and 1.
Too good, Nick King, too good. Reached around him, was able to finish through the contact. Arm extension here, nice take.
Finish at the end. King will be at the free throw line. Scored 20 points. Free throw shots too short. Wei Han, total today's game, 20 minutes. Not sure if we'll see him, but from deep, Alex goes in for 3 points.
20 points, 20 minutes. Very efficient from Wei Han.
He did his job today, and he could use all the rest he could get for the next game, hoping to sweep and have the perfect final playoff.
It's looking like the sweep is going to remain intact, and I can't see the Ghosthawks doing it.
Tough defense by Ghosthawks just now. Great defense by Alex, and a block by Sim Bular, but Ethan gets blocked by Eric. And Alex tries to go in for 3, pump fakes it, back out to Lewis, and Lewis from the left side, just short, and once again, Alex in the paint, he passes it out to Lewis with 11 seconds left. He's at the top, lobs it out to Alex for 3. DEA finally has the ball again. King draws a foul on Alex.
Take a look at Nick King, blocked by Sim. And then blocked the other way by Eric.
Juan coming in. Don't see a lot of minutes from him today either. Lewis is coming out.
Juan so active in the last series versus the Aqua. It's kind of quiet this series.
Bounce pass through the leg to Kanga. Here we have, he's at the top. He goes in for 3. Just off. KK tries to get a ball. Gets a good handle of it finally. That's a foul on Sim Bular. Shaking his head. He is not happy at all.
Sim's like, do you know how much people push me and I just touch someone and you're gonna call a foul? I'm with you, Sim. You take a lot of abuse and take one lead. But you also do a lot of abusing.
Now gets a T as well. A couple of weeks back, maybe last week, he posted on social media complaining about the T1 referees. Got fined for that.
Well, Robert Upshaw couldn't get off the floor on his own accord. Is back on the floor, ready to play.
All right.
Helped off the floor to back into play. Possibly just a cramp from Robert Upshaw.
I think he would want to be on the court anyways. I think he's that kind of person where he'll do whatever he can for the team. 9 seconds, 7 seconds on the shot clock. Nick King up against Upshaw. Goes in for a jump fadeaway. Rattles out. Ahwan hands the ball to Eason. Upshaw under the basket. Gets the ball, and he switches off. Tough defense. It's King and Al-Bashir. He goes in for 2, just off Simbular. Tries to get the ball back. Kanga comes out of bounds. Still Ghosthawks ball. Kumawe Jia waiting to come in for Eason. Ahwan out to Simbular. Shot clock at 14. And Kumawe Jia at the top. And from the top for 3. And rattles out. Just like that, we got both imports back in, Nick King as well as Kiki. And he comes in for 2.
Up and under.
103-78 is the score. Ahwan passes it to Upshaw. He loses grip. Kanga passes it to Eric, and he's in the paint, and he lays in 2 with soft hands.
More points off turnovers. The DEA were just too quick for the Ghosthawks today.
Shaw couldn't get a good grip of that ball. And he's at the top. He'll try to make it up for 3, and he does.
That cuts the lead to 24 points.
Nick King, he's going in for 2. That rolls out. And Kumawe Jia, he's gonna quickly go back to offense. Upshaw finally making it back. He's in the paint. He goes in for an undershot.
He's shifting so quickly now.
Slippery salamander Kumawe Jia is. Up in competition against Cooper for Rookie of the Year, I would say, as Eric tries to find his teammate. He finds Kanga. Pass gets intercepted by Simbular, and Kumawe Jia
slows it down.
Comes back, but slows it down. As Upshaw once again goes in for another 3. Rattles out, but Alex gets the rebound back for 2. And Bashir quickly going back. Ahwan trying to catch up to him. Lobs it out to King at the top. Slowing it down.
DEA in victory formation now.
Taking his time, shot clock is counting down with 4 seconds left. He goes in for 3, 2 short. Gumal finds Simbular. Nearly gets stolen by King, but referees are gonna blow the whistle on King.
Take from Gumal to protect the ball and finish.
Gonna be a substitution. Weathers coming in for Sim. 19 seconds on the shot clock. 4.5 minutes to go for game 3. DEA looking for a clean sweep in the playoffs. Have gone undefeated so far. Kumawe Jia passes it to Upshaw. Double team by Kanga and Kiki. He gets his own rebound and he recovers with 2.
Let's see more of that in game 4. That right there.
Whatever he's going through, it looks like he's kind of gripping his thigh still. Hopefully he can recover quickly from that for Sunday's game. Eric with 8 seconds left to go, up against Alti. He's in the paint, he passes it to KK, loses grip of the ball. We got some pins falling down, but DEA still has the ball. And last second to hit the buzzer beater. They do not get it in. Upshaw passes it to Kumawe Jia. Upshaw at the top, pump fakes. Goes back out to the perimeter. Finds Gumao Weijia, and Gumao, he squares up for the hoop. Way too deep for an air ball. Still got the Ghosthawks fans clapping their cones.
Ghosthawks fans have been kind of subdued for the most part.
To be fair, they've been behind the whole entire game.
We're in here with 50 minutes to go. I guess no one works down here in Tainan.
Yeah, that's a pretty good job. On for three. Off the rail. And a foul called on Eric.
In the continuation on that rebound putback. Very inconsistent in the continuations.
Take a look at that replay. Ooh, see him kind of chopping on his shoulder. DEA cones are going off. And the Ghosthawks cones are going off. That's not right. Jalonis is now on the court for Kiki. Gets the free throw shot in.
Ghosthawks on a bit of a run here.
Jalonis at the top. Spins around, hands the ball to Eric. With 3 seconds left to go, Panga goes into the paint. No one guarding him, but that ball comes out of the basket. Alex recovers the ball. Gumao Weijia brings it back to Ghosthawks side. He's up against Allen, number 30, coming in for the first time. We have 2.5 minutes to go.
Ghosthawks are going to have one more day to rest, one more day to watch film and try to figure out how to beat the DEA here and avoid getting swept.
Alex, probably his last time on the court tonight. And Gumao Weijia at the free throw line. Literally.
Yes.
Goes in for the second free throw shot. Gumao Weijia putting in 17 minutes, scoring 9 points in this game. As we mentioned before, local players being a little bit quiet in today's game. But Alex being a big highlight in today's game. He's put in 14 points, 5 rebounds, and 2 steals himself. So that is something that he should be very proud of as Marcus Weathers lays in 2.
Fancy footwork from Marcus Weathers.
And King, double team. He passes on to Jalonis. Jalonis decided not to take the shot. He's going to adjust a little. Out to King he goes. And back to Jalonis, and Jalonis comes in for 2. An N1 opportunity.
Veteran move from Jalonis to pass up the 3. No sense. Kill the clock, get a better look. He's so tough. Every team that's got Al-Bashir on, it's going to be one favorite. So tough.
Absolutely killer. Upshaw's got 5 fouls now. Like we mentioned before, anytime Al-Bashir is on the court, it's like having 3 import players. FIBA qualified him as officially as a local player earlier this year, as we have a called timeout.
And both Mike FIBA and Dwight Howard named Abbasi as their #1 guy if they're building a team of local players.
There you go. Something to be quite proud of. Score is 108-91. We are
Sam Degara back there in the background, almost as tall as that net behind him. My goodness.
Again, we shall see if we'll see the Triple Tower Tears as we see the play of the game.
It's a block.
Woo, gnarly block by Marcus Weathers. Caught up to Al-Bashir, and a one-hand tapper rejected.
That was a hell of a play. Look how high he gets up on that one.
Dang. Boom, roasted.
Well done, Marcus Weathers. There's your play of the game. Bright spot for the Ghosthawks. They got the play of the game.
You see Upshaw looking over past the first aid person.
I imagine we're going to see that Maltese Mountain in the fourth game here, game 4. 76% from the floor. You can't leave him on the bench.
One minute, 40 seconds left to go in the game.
Upshaw having a conversation with the referee. The referee's playing Upshaw. Okay, we might have missed that one, but we're still down by 20.
And back in, Tim is back for the Ghosthawks.
Welcome back, Tim.
And like we mentioned, number 30, Allen for the DEA, first appearance in today's game. 34-year-old as Tim drops in 3. Just like that.
Tim the tool man.
All right. Again, saw a glimpse of some amazing stuff from Tim this season. Jalones passes it to Nick King. Nick King winding down the shot clock, goes in for 2. Weathers couldn't match up against King. Got another timeout called.
1 minute, 15 seconds left to go. I'm interested to see what Leo Mengzu's going to draw up here to try to get them back in the game.
That's right.
Going to need a bunch of threes real fast.
Both teams are talking and seeing what's in store for the next 1 minute left. You see the field goal percentages, 45 for the DEA and 41 for the Ghosthawks. But three-point percentage, that is something that DEA is absolutely drilling them on.
Don't get us started on free throws for the Ghosthawks. My goodness.
Not even talk about it. 43%, 44% for the DEA, 26 for the Ghosthawks.
That's from the free throw line?
That is for the three-point percentage. For free throw line, since you brought it up, it's 72% for DEA, 53 for the Ghosthawks. So hopefully off-season, that's something that they could be working on.
They are down by a bunch here, and they're down by more than the free throws they've missed. They need to make some adjustments in this 1 day off before game 4. Don't like seeing teams get swept. My prediction at the start of the series was 4-1, looking like a sweep.
Ghosthawks managing to keep the score difference between 5 to 7 points in the first half. Unfortunately, the strings kind of let loose a little bit. DEA are just too fast, too many turnovers on the Ghosthawks side. Score at 110-96 now. Jalones at the top, 1 minute left to go. Game 3 now. Eric kind of trips up at the paint, recovers quickly, and King goes in for a jumper. Butter. Crown me King, Nick King says.
Fired up, Nick King.
Don't see him on the screen, but he's pumped. Ready for that sweep? Take a look at that replay.
Spin move from Upshaw. I want to see more of this in game 4. Coach Leo Mengzu hit the ball to Robert Upshaw, let him go to work. Nick King. Crown me King. There it is.
Locked in 26 points, 7 rebounds, 3 assists, and 4 steals.
Monstrous that line.
Again, all those cookies. As Tim goes in for another 3 from the baseline. But Tim bricks it this time, and King is at the top. Back to Jalones. He's slowing it down. We have 27 seconds left. Shot clock is winding down to 5 seconds. He's going in solo for 2. Lobs it way off. And Upshaw tries to find Marcus Weathers.
And number 30. Who's number 30?
Number 30 for...
Welcome to the game, number 30. If I see number
30 for...
Number 30 for the DEA.
Oh yes, I did mention him. 30 is his first time seeing him in the playoffs.
What's his name?
Allen.
Welcome, Allen.
7 seconds on the shot clock. But that basically concludes it as we see the coaches exchange handshakes and Nick King riling up the crowd on the DEA side. That is their third win, only one more left to go. Let's see if they take it all undefeated on Sunday night, or Sunday afternoon, excuse me.
They took game 1 by 8 points, game 2 by 10 points, and game 3 by more than 10.
I mean, like we mentioned before, maybe we'll see the OG Triple Towers coming back in. Weathers has been fantastic in terms of guarding Al-Bashir, getting that play of the game with that block, but
gotta see the Triple Towers.
Short.
That's how they got here.
Yes, sir.
Gotta see the Triple Towers.
So highlights for today's game, Edgar Jalonas, 21 points, Ling Wei Han. Again, we didn't see him much in the second half, but he put in the work. 5 for 6, 3 points, 20 points. Ling Bingsen, 13 minutes, and Nick King, 26 points. Absolute killers. And we have, for the Ghosthawks side, 12 points for Sim Bular, unfortunately only getting in 4 of his 12 free throw shots. Something that's really hurting them, but on the screen we got Ling Wei Han, major Ghosthawks killer, scoring 20 points, making 5 of his 6, 4 rebounds, 7 assists.
其实这2天因为比完赛是上一场比完赛隔天有抽一下积水，就是这2天其实都一直状态没有很好，但是都是告诉自己就是球季只剩2场，然后撑完今天再1天，我们就完成任务了。对。是，其实第2节那段时间我们的防守沟通没有很顺畅，然后包夹轮转的位置都不对，然后有通过一次暂停，然后教练再重新部署了一下，让我们的防守系统回到正常的轨道，所以那一段时间可以把分数拉开，对。那继续积下去吧，曹哥。谢谢曹哥。好，谢谢。
Well, that was Ling Wei Han. Unfortunately, I couldn't hear the what Ling Wei Han had to say, but we conclude this broadcast 1:12.96. Import score, or take a look at the preview for the next game. Like we mentioned before, this could be it for DEA. They could be a clean sweep. Stay tuned for Sunday at 2 o'clock, same time, or same place, Tainan University Stadium. Scotty D, I want to thank you so much for being on call with me.
See you Sunday, everyone. One more game to go.
TC and Scotty D signing off. 谢谢。